Yeah, no, it's all man-to-man. And the kind of defense that that they've played for a number of years, and that Tony's played everywhere he's been. Much more of the pack. We won't see the full court press. We won't, for the most part, see any kind of denial stuff or trapping in the half court. That isn't part of Virginia's defense. It's man-to-man, and it's built to keep the basketball outside of the lane and force you to shoot jump shots, and they do a great job of rebounding the ball.
As well as Marvin Singleton played on Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people wondering, where's this guy been? Talk about Marvin and his emergence and how you plan on using him moving forward.
When you say people like
fans,
anyone that I answer to, or just people?
Everybody in here.
Yeah. People. Hey, Marvin, I talked about it after the game. I'm extremely proud of Marvin for the way in which he's prepared himself and continued to do that when he wasn't playing. I told the team after the game that's a sign of a strong program when you've got individual guys that are willing to put in extra time when they're not playing. So when their number is called and they have an opportunity to help their team win, they're ready. And we saw that with Marv on Saturday. And when you do that, we've seen it with Nate Buss now. You know, the way Nate has played, his minutes have increased and he's playing more. And Marvin did that on Saturday, and he'll get a good look in practice as we always do, and have an opportunity to help us again on Saturday. And Max didn't have the excuse me, the same kind of impact that Marvin did on Saturday, but Max against Savannah State, I think, played 18 minutes. And again, a guy who hasn't played a lot, but he's in there every day shooting jump shots before practice, and he's extremely prepared. And our rebounding and our toughness is better when Max and Marvin are on the floor. And so we're continuing to sort out ways to put our best team forward every time we play. But from a preparation standpoint, a practice standpoint, our team standpoint, Max and Marvin both are a big part of what we're doing.
Was it something about that game or that team that Marvin saw more minutes, or was it him stepping up in practice?
It would have been a combination of those things. Yeah, Marvin, he had practiced well. He hadn't practiced great in some areas. But in our couple days of preparation for VCU, I put him in there with the thought that VCU does play a little bit smaller at times. They've got 4 guards on the floor, and that it may better suit our team to have Marvin, who's a better perimeter defender than what Chip is, and he handles the ball better than what Chip does, give us a chance to better match up with VCU. So Marv had a few practice opportunities there, and then as I've talked about, went in the game and played great. And from a matchup standpoint, it was a good matchup for our team to have Marvin at that spot.
What's his best position? Is he a 3? Is he a 4? What?
That's been a little bit of it. Came in as a guy who had really just played inside. He'd been kind of a 4, 4.5 in high school, and we worked to play him there as a freshman, and then we spent a lot of time the last year and a half, working to develop his perimeter skills, handling the basketball, passing the ball, shooting the basketball, and trying to play him more as a small forward. And last year, toward the end of the year, he had some success and played pretty well for us in that role. And this year, Jeremy and Max had practiced better and earned those minutes. And so those guys are the ones that have been playing. And on Saturday, as we saw, we played him as a 4th guard, if you will, or an undersized 4. And so we'll see how that plays out going forward here. But he, in some ways, that development in terms of his perimeter skills and making jump shots is going to help him at either spot. So his hard work is going to pay off for him, whether he plays some small forward or he plays some power forward. So some will depend on matchups, but he adds to the toughness of our team. So we'll, like I said, we'll give him a good look again this week in practice, and he'll be ready to help us Saturday at Virginia.